Hey, Siobhan,
Yeah.
do you want to hear a joke?
Yes, please.
What looks like blue paint but isn't blue paint?
I don't know. What is it?
Green paint.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Oh. Put my straw.
I don't think that was a picture-perfect joke, was it?
It definitely wasn't, Tyler.
No, I'll have to brush up on it.
I think so. Jess on Instagram. Hi, Jess.
Hi, Jess. How are you? Do you think that could be PlayUp Jess?
It could be.
Oh, wow. Hey,
Ooh.
PlayUp Jess. Got plenty of songs for you this week.
We do. What materials have we got in here? Ooh.
Just doing a bit of colouring.
I might do some colouring too.
Look at this spotty glue stick.
Oh, I like it. Bridget on Facebook.
Hi, Bridget on Facebook.
Hi, Bridget. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, it's so exciting to have some people.
I
Remember to tell all
know.
your friends.
And Ian.
Ian on Instagram.
Ooh. Hi, Ian.
Oh.
Hope Ian's ready to craft.
Oh, I bet Ian has some fantastic ideas.
I hope so.
Mm.
Hello, PlayUppers. Welcome back to On Air PlayUp. My name's Siobhan.
And my name's Tyler, and if you've been to the Museum of Australian Democracy at Old Parliament House before, you'll know that PlayUp is our children's exhibition space, designed specifically for you.
It's a super fun, interactive space just for families. But while the museum is closed, we'll be bringing you PlayUp on air via Facebook and Instagram.
Really hoped you enjoyed PlayUp on Air last week with Jess and Naomi for International Day of Human Spaceflight. Sounds like making rockets was an absolute blast.
It does. I think we have some pictures here from last week.
We do. Oh, and we've just had Ella from Instagram chime in.
Hi,
Hey,
Ella. All right, I've got a picture here from last week of Gracie, sent in by Rebecca on Facebook.
Oh.
Look at this rocket here.
Oh, wow, that rocket's fantastic. And Gracie's got some.
I think Gracie's watching.
Hey,
Hi,
Gracie.
Gracie. Look at you. Look at your rocket. Was amazing.
Wow, I love the owls on your shirt.
It matches your dress.
Wow, what a hoot.
Who have you got, Tyler?
Oh, well, I've got this one, and this one was sent in on Instagram. And apparently, this rocket had lots of space for humans, but there was no space left for the dinosaurs.
Oh, no.
It's just going to have to soar away without them.
Oh, bye, rocket. Okay, I've got another one here. This is a rocket by James and Cameron, who are very loyal PlayUp crafters. Look how colourful those ones are.
Wow, thanks for sending that in, James and Cameron.
They look amazing.
And I've got one last picture here, Siobhan.
Oh,
Are you ready?
yes.
Harry and Jemima on Facebook.
Wow. They look very colourful.
Some homemade rockets there. Mm,
Very exciting.
Look
They're
at-
even flying.
they are. It's not rocket science, but it's close.
It's close. So, Tyler, what are we celebrating this week?
This week, we're celebrating International Day of Creativity and Innovation. And remember, all our different craft steps will be found on our website in our digital kit. So that's at moad.oph.gov.au/families. And if you didn't catch last week with Jess and Naomi, you can always pick it up on Facebook or Instagram or again on our website.
Exactly.
So this week, creativity and innovation.
That's right, PlayUppers. And we need your help. We're going to make inventions using recycled materials. So think of some inventions that could be helpful to make the world a better place.
Make the world a bit better. So get your thinking caps on.
Yeah.
And there's something really important we need to do before we begin,
There is.
which is not acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people of Australia. So
Exactly.
put your hands up. You can do it with us at home.
Okay, ready? Together, we touch the ground of the land.
And we reach for the sky that covers the land.
And we touch our hearts to care for the land.
Fantastic. Now, I feel like there's one more really important thing that we need to do before we start. But I can't remember what it is.
I remember, Tyler. We have to wash our hands.
Oh, of
we
course.
have to wash our hands before we craft.
Oh, yes. All right. Well, we've got our magic hand soap here.
Luckily, but you have time to go to the sink and use some soap and water if you want to.
Wow. Now this is magic hand soap because you don't even need water to wash it off.
That's true. And I think we have a song for washing our hands.
Oh, we certainly do. And we know Jess from last week loves this song.
She
You
definitely
ready?
does. You ready? Okay.
If we're crafting and you know it, wash your hands. Scrub, scrub. If you're crafting and you know it, wash your hands. Splish, splish. If you're crafting and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're crafting and you know it, wash your hands. Splish, splish, scrub.
Scrub, scrub.
Oh, wow.
Mine smells so clean, Tyler.
Oh, just look at that. Beautiful.
All right.
All right,
think
so
we're
now
ready.
that we've washed our hands of that, what is,
Creativity and Innovation Week.
what's it all about?
Well, creativity is all about using our imaginations to make new things.
Oh, we're very creative here in PlayUp, aren't we?
We are.
When we make new craft activities, when we're drawing pictures, when we're playing games, even when we're doing a bit of music.
True. And innovation is all about solving problems and finding new ways to solve old problems.
Yeah. So we want you to use both your creativity and your innovation to help us make some inventions that can make the world a better place. So who are you going to help with your invention?
Yeah. Tyler, we haven't thought of our inventions.
Oh, we probably should have done that earlier.
We should have. Luckily, I have my thinking cap.
And if you don't have a thinking cap at home, you can just put your hands on your head.
Okay, I'm just putting my thinking cap on. I just need to turn it on. Here we go. Bing! I've got an idea, Tyler.
Wow, what is it?
I'm going to make a social distancing device.
A social distancing device.
Yep. It's going to help me keep 1.5 meters away from people when I go to the supermarket.
Oh, 1.5 meters. That's about how far we are away from each other at the moment.
It is.
Don't worry, we measured.
We did. Would you like to borrow my thinking cap, Tyler?
Yes, please. I don't have an idea yet.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
See if it works.
Oh, adjust the strap. Ooh, bing! Oh, I've got an idea.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, remember earlier, I forgot that we needed to wash our hands.
You did.
But remembering to wash our hands is really important at the moment. So I'm going to build a device that makes me remember things.
Great idea, Tyler.
It's going to be called the Rememberer.
That is so creative.
Think about it.
Just put my thinking cap over here. All right, well, we've thought about ideas, but we need to think of some materials that we could use.
That's true. All right, so this one's a little bit different from some of our other craft activities in that there's lots of different materials that you can use. You might find them in your recycling, and the ones that you use might be very different from the ones that we use.
Exactly. So, recycled materials, we might use some egg cartons or some cereal boxes.
Some egg cartons or some cereal boxes. You might also use just some cardboard.
Exactly. But we also need our crafting essentials like paper, some sticky tape, maybe some scissors.
Maybe some scissors. That's a great idea. But if we're using scissors, we do need to be extra careful because scissors can be sharp and a little bit dangerous. So you might want to ask an adult, an older brother or sister, whoever's looking after you, to give you a hand with the scissors.
Idea.
Don't worry. We've got Rose here behind the camera.
We do.
Do you remember Rose?
She's very good with scissors.
Cutting edge.
All right, so we've thought of all our materials, but we think we need to think about shape that we're going to use for our
We
inventions.
certainly do. And when we're thinking about things, it's important that we do something very special. I've been asked for a science pun, so it's important that we experiment.
True. Good idea.
All right.
So what shape are you going to use, Tyler?
Well, the Rememberer needs to be something I can carry around with me because I forget things everywhere I go. So if I'm going to carry it around, maybe I want something a bit like a phone or a bit like a remote control. And I found this box.
It's perfect. Well, I don't want to carry mine around when I go to the supermarket. So I think I'm just going to use this bit of paper so that it can go around my head like a hat.
Oh, great idea, Siobhan. Now remember to send in your inventions to us on Facebook or Instagram. We would love to see what you're making at home.
Exactly. Okay. I think we need to start building, Tyler.
I think we do.
Okay. I'm going to start cutting out my strips that I'm going to use for my social distancer. So I'm just cutting in a straight line like this.
Fantastic. And I've got some tin foil ready to wrap mine. But you might not have a box at home, and that's okay. There's lots of different things you can use for crafting materials. We've got a couple of other inventions on the table to help you out.
We do? What's that?
This is the hand washer. So as we said, very important to wash your hands at the moment. And you can see that this one's made out of, what's that made out of, Siobhan?
I think it's a bottle.
It is. So you might have an old plastic bottle you could use, or a milk carton, to make the base of your invention.
Exactly.
Oh, now I'll show you how it works. We've got a very special assistant here today. So our assistant's going to put their hand in. Wow, look at that. Now their hands have been cleaned and dried.
Wow, they look very clean.
They do. And moisturized.
Wow.
Oh, what's the assistant's name? We weren't 100% sure. Maybe you could tell us a name.
I think we need help with a name for our assistant.
Yeah, send in your name ideas, Facebook and Instagram.
Exactly. Oh, I've got an invention over here too, Tyler. This one's called the Hugger.
Oh, the Hugger.
It's got a screen on the top where you could see your grandparents and long stretchy arms so it can reach out and cuddle them for you.
Oh, wow.
Should we demonstrate?
I think our assistant might need a hug.
Oh. And the arms are just made out of paper.
Oh, that's so clever. And is that a box there?
That's just an old container.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so you could use all different things for your inventions.
All right, so I've got my box. You might have your bottle, your container, whatever you're using at home.
Whatever you're going to use. I'm still cutting out my strips.
So I'm going to wrap this in tin foil. Yeah, you might find the tin foil in the third drawer at home.
Good thinking.
Remember to ask first. So to wrap it in tin foil, I'm going to get my box, place it in the tin foil, and then just curl it around the sides. Now you might not have tin foil at home, and that's okay. You could use wrapping paper. What else could we use, Siobhan?
You could just use some crayons and colour it in.
You could just use some crayons, that's right. Do some colouring in, some textures, some pencils. Lots of different ways you could do that.
All right, I need to make sure this fits my head. Doesn't quite fit. So I'm going to stick two pieces together just with some sticky tape. So it fits around my head.
That is the best idea.
It is.
Well, I've just wrapped mine up and I can tell you I am wrapped with how this turned out.
Oh, Tyler. All right, measuring mine around my head. Fits perfect. I'm just going to tape that all up.
I'm just going to get my crown and just do a little bit of drawing on mine.
So Tyler, did you know that children invented a lot of the world's inventions?
Did they?
They did. Children invented the trampoline and the snowmobile.
That's amazing. So you can be a child and an inventor.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh. Do you know what I just remembered?
What?
Braille was invented by a child.
Was it? What's Braille?
Braille is a very special kind of writing that you can feel. And Braille was invented by Louis Braille.
Really?
Because Louis Braille was blind, so they can feel the letters so that they can read things.
That is so clever and helpful. Saskia on Facebook thinks the assistant's name should be Olivia.
Oh, I might have to ask Olivia.
Would your name like to be Olivia? I think it is. I think she would.
Oh, that's a great name.
Luckily,
Thank
we
you
have
so
a new
much.
name. Thanks, Saskia.
Oh, good thinking, Saskia.
Okay, so I've got the shape of my invention, of my social distancing device. I think I need to add some things, Tyler.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Well, now that we've got our shape, so mine's a box, I've wrapped it in foil, and you've got your...
I've got my social distancing device.
We might need some buttons.
I think
and
so.
remember, send in your craft progress on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, how's your inventions going?
I bet they've got some great ideas.
I bet.
Okay, so now I'm going to add some buttons to mine.
Good idea. What are you going to use for buttons, Tyler?
Well, my special rememberer needs to turn on and off.
It does.
So we're going to need the button.
Yeah.
What are we going to use for a button?
What could we use?
I found a little bottle lid here.
That'll be perfect.
Also got a jar lid.
Oh,
Could
that's
use
a
that
big
too.
button.
Oh, a big button.
Oh.
Oh, but we could also cut one out of paper. So first I'm going to do one with the jar lid.
Perfect. Well, I think I need something on my social distancing device that helps me stay away from people. So I found these straws. So I think I'm going to attach these using the bendy bit to bend them over. I'm just going to sticky tape them to the outside of my paper.
Oh, wow. What a great idea.
They can be my stay awayers.
You definitely haven't drawn the short straw with that one.
I haven't. All right, I'm just going to stick these all the way around.
All right, I'm just using my sticky tape here to tape my jar lid on like a button.
Like a button.
Wow, and did we just have Mel from Instagram? Hey, Mel.
Hi, Mel. Okay,
Wow.
just using this sticky tape.
Now remember, you can always find our craft steps on our digital kit, which is on our
That's
website, moed.oph.gov.au/families.
It's got lots of other fun things too, I think,
It
Tyler.
really does. Some more really cool inventors on there too.
Look, Ari and Coco on Facebook.
Hey, Ari and Coco.
Hi.
It's great to have you here today.
Hope your inventions are going well.
I bet they are.
All right.
All right.
Nearly got straws all the way around.
So can you see my button? I've just got some tape here and some tape here. We've got special stripy tape in PlayUp.
Oh, wow.
But you might have all sorts of different tape at home.
You might just have clear tape like mine.
So that's my on button. Beep. I think I'm going to need an off button as well.
Good idea.
I don't want to remember all the time.
True.
All right. I'm going to get my pencil and draw a circle on my paper to cut out for my other button.
Good idea.
Ooh. There we go. Now Naomi has a very special technique for cutting circles out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's her trick?
Naomi from last week says if you're cutting out, you can turn the paper to cut around the edge of the circle.
That is clever. Very helpful. Brooke on Facebook says hello. Hi, Brooke.
Brooke, how are you? All right, cut out my circle. It's a bit of an egg shape. That's okay.
All right, I think I've nearly got straws all the way around on my social distancing device.
And I'm just putting a little bit of glue on my button.
Should we see how this looks? I think it looks pretty good.
Oh, fantastic.
They're not really sticking on.
No. But you're a bit of an artist, aren't you, Siobhan?
I am. I do like to draw. I love to draw the things that I see and that I feel.
Oh, wow. I really like to draw too, but sometimes I have this great idea in my head, and then when I draw, it doesn't come out quite right on paper.
Oh, that's okay. That's what art is all about. It's about making mistakes and then learning from those mistakes.
Yeah. I tried to draw a dinosaur and it turned out a bit like this.
Oh, Tyler. Maybe an even better idea will come from those mistakes.
Yeah. Now, I've got my buttons on here, but I'm thinking now I might need a handle because I'm going to need to hold this and that's going to be a bit tricky.
Good idea. How are you going to make a handle, Tyler?
I'm going to get this paper and I'm going to roll it up like this. There we go. And this is a great shape. It can also be used for levers.
Ooh, you could attach wheels on the end.
Or even wings.
So I've got my social distancer, but I think I need to attach something to the ends of my straws so that people don't come too close.
Oh.
So I found these feathers, and I think I'm just going to stick these in the ends of my straws so that if you get too close, you're going to be tickled.
Oh. I'll make sure I stay away.
Oh, good.
Now, I've just used some tape to roll up my handle, and I'm going to stick that straight on there like so. There we go.
Good idea.
All right. And it's International Day of Creativity and Innovation is around somebody's birthday, isn't it?
It is Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci. Like Leonardo the Ninja Turtle.
No. He was an artist and a mathematician and a scientist, and he invented the first ever flying machines, Tyler.
Oh, the first ever flying machine. So he was an artist and a mathematician.
Yeah.
Wow.
Could definitely be both.
So some of the best ideas come from mixing different skills.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So I've got my handle there. Ooh.
Ooh, just sticking my feathers in.
Now, if it's going to know what I'm thinking and help me remember things, it's going to need a sensor.
Good idea. How are you going to make that, Tyler?
Well, I'm going to make it a little bit like my handle.
Good
I'm just
idea.
gonna roll up a much smaller bit.
That's very creative, Tyler.
Cutting out a little strip.
I think mine's looking pretty good, but I think it needs a bit more decoration. And I think it needs an on and off button. But I think I'm just going to draw mine on with some crayon.
That's a great idea,
Maybe on
Siobhan.
the side here.
All right, I'll just stick my sensor on.
Ooh.
Okay, here we go. My sensor is on, Siobhan.
I think you need to test.
Okay, so I'm holding it by my handle. I'm lifting up, press my on button, beep. Boo! Bing! Oh no, it says I've forgotten something.
What?
I didn't flush the toilet.
Oh, silly Tyler.
Oh no.
Forgot to flush.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, there's lots of ways we can be creative at home, isn't there, Tyler?
Oh, there certainly is. I like to be a bit creative in the kitchen. Sometimes I cook and I don't even use the recipe.
Really? What do you make?
A mess.
Oh, well, sometimes I like to be creative by knitting.
Knitting?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What do you knit?
I knit jumpers and scarves.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and sometimes I even knit jumpers for my dog.
For your dog?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really cool. So you make jumpers for dogs. That's innovative.
I know.
Yeah. Lila is crafting along. Hey, Lila.
Hi, Lila. How's your invention going? We'd love to see a picture.
Yeah, remember to send them in to Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah. All right. How's your invention going, Tyler?
Good. I'm just using a crayon to do some colouring in. I've got my sensor, I've got my handle, and I've even got 2 buttons. Beep, 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 beep.
Good idea. Well, I've got my stay-awayers and I've got my feathers. So I think I'm nearly done.
Nearly done?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Wow. That's my favourite word. Wow.
Well, so I think it's time to test.
Okay.
Should
You
we
ready
test
for a
it out?
demonstration?
You go first.
Oh, I've forgotten something else, Siobhan.
What?
I forgot to take a shower.
Oh no! Oh, Tyler.
Oh.
Okay, I might test out my social distancing device. Pop it on here. Press the button. Boop. Beep. 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 Beep.
Ah!
Beep. 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 I think it worked.
It certainly did.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. It's been pretty fun making all these helpful inventions, hasn't it?
It has. It really has. But it's probably about time that we begin to pack up.
I think so. My mum said hello.
Oh.
Hi, Mum.
Hi, Siobhan's mum. All right, so we might have to start packing up.
I think so. But you don't have to pack up at home. You can make inventions all day long.
Remember, you can continue crafting, but when you're finished, give everybody else a hand to pack up.
That's important.
Yep.
We've also got a very special announcement here in PlayUp. We've got a very special Facebook group just for our PlayUp community. So if you'd like to join, head to our socials to find out how.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It does.
Now, next week,
What are we doing next week?
well, we will be celebrating World Tuna Day. So remember to tune her in.
Oh, sounds fishy.
It certainly does. And also, you can get all the instructions for our craft ahead of time on our digital pack, moad.oph.gov.au/families, and keep sending in your creations on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, we want to see all your fun inventions.
All right, well, we'll see you next week.
Bye, PlayUppers.
Bye. Give them a wave.
Bye. Beep, beep, beep.